increase in foreclosure. No surprise, this election year, the economy is at the top of voters' minds, and the folks in Congress seem to realize that. There is a vote looming on Capitol Hill on an enormous package that, in theory, would help folks fighting foreclosure, among others. So what does that mean for those of us who either own a home or are thinking about buying one? With us now is real estate analyst and author of Finding Foreclosures, Dani Babb. Danielle, good to see you. This bill in Congress, what do we know of it? What might it do for folks who are really hurting?
Well, there's about 400,000 people that this bill is intended to help. And these individuals are people who are not qualified to get mortgages under any other program, which means that they are the riskiest of the riskiest borrowers. Unfortunately, the way that this particular bill is written, it's going to cost the 95% of people who are paying their mortgages on time to help bail out these 400,000 that are not.
How does it cost them?
Well, anytime that the government institutes legislation, is particularly of this nature, it's going to come out of taxpayer dollars, and that cost, inevitably, whether it comes from the lenders or from the government, gets passed on to individuals. One example is, one of the requirements is that the lenders have to do forbearance and loan modifications. Well, these things are already occurring. Adding additional legislation and reporting back to the government, lenders are just going to pass these costs right back onto the consumer again.
So what does the government need to be doing here, in your estimation?
They need to be staying out of it entirely and stop worrying about the political side and think about the consumer and the individuals that they're supposed to be representing.
Good
In my
luck.
opinion, yeah, exactly. In my opinion, the least amount of work they do, the better off the American people are going to be.
In the end, those who are paying the mortgage are paying for those who aren't. That,
Right.
boiled down that simply, it doesn't sound like the American way, does it?
No, it doesn't. It concerns a lot of us, particularly when we're trying to get supply and demand in the real estate market to come to find a new point of equilibrium. That's not going to happen with government interference, legislation, bills, or anything else that the government thinks they can do to help.
All right. Good to see you, Dani Babb. Thank you. A 12-year-old girl is in serious trouble with the law.